Hey everybody, my name is Wing Liang, the Aragon watch designer, and welcome to our Aragon watch review. The watch we're going to talk about has been highly anticipated for months, okay? I put a photo out back in February, and immediately we received incredible responses. And I also contact Christina if you need to reserve one, right? So I just want to share with everybody, most of them are gone. I didn't count how many pieces, but we have reserved for many people, and many of them are gone. And if you see this video, and we are going to debut in 2 days, Thursday at 12 p.m. East. Now, I just want to clear out the official name for this watch. Okay, and why? So it's called the ARAGON Divemaster EVO Automatic Flying Tourbillon. Okay, why is it called the Divemaster EVO? It's the evolution. So it's slightly different than the Divemaster 4. And I'm going to point that out, okay, when we get the close-up. Now, because there's so much information, I'm going to go step by step so you can watch the video, and then when we go close up, I'm going to try to repeat it again. So this is an automatic flying tourbillon. It's made by the company in China called Peacock SL5210. That's the caliber of SL5210 with 31 jewels, approximately 45-hour power reserve, and the rotor winds both directions. Now, many people have heard of Seagull when I introduced it many years ago, when most of the people don't even know what Seagull is. So now I would like to introduce this company to you. It's called Peacock. They're in the same city as Seagull. It is a newer factory, okay? Seagull has been around for, I don't even know how many years, probably like 50, 60 years. This is a fairly new factory, okay? So they import all brand new machinery, okay, to produce, and their specialty is tourbillons, okay? So I'm gonna leave it at that. And many people have already done research online. They say, oh, I can't find this. So find this, this company. And I can assure you it's a very high quality automatic flying tourbillon, just like the Seagull when I first introduced it, when nobody knew what it was. Another important information about this movement is, it is a big deal. It's an automatic tourbillon, not a mechanical. Okay, so the price for an automatic tourbillon is much more expensive than a mechanical one. Okay, why do I choose automatic versus mechanical? Imagine you have a dive watch, okay, a dive watch, professional dive watch, which I've seen a lot of mechanical tourbillon out there. You cannot even lock the crown. How can you be a professional dive watch when you can't even lock the crown, because they don't make it with screw down crown? Okay, so why is this such a big deal? Okay, automatic. And then another thing is, this is a flying tourbillon. So many people ask, what is flying tourbillon? So there's no cage, or for example, have you ever seen one of those movements where there's a bar across? So this one is free floating, and it continues to rotate around the opening at the 6 o'clock. 360 degrees, and then in the meantime the balance wheel will continue to move like this, right, based on the vibration of 21,600. And also the balance wheel is decorated with pellets, which is a really big deal. When you get this watch, just at home, take a look, and then I hope you enjoy as much as I do. Another thing I want to share with you is the Divemaster EVO, the evolution. This is a 48 and a 43, okay? So versus the Divemaster 4 is 45 and 50. And I'm gonna show you why. So the bezel, we've made the teeth slightly different than the Divemaster 4, but it's based on all the design elements, the numerals and everything. Now, one more thing I like to point out is really cool. And let's come in and do a close-up on the dial. The dial is using Lumicast. Okay, I'm going to show it to you from the profile. so you can see what I'm talking about. Look at the hour index. Look at the thickness of each of the hour index. These are Lumicast, and then you can see the whole thing is glow in the dark. Okay, so it's our private custom die cast, cut out each one of this hour index. Okay, so excuse me. So the watch is 43 and 48, right? Ceramic bezel, sapphire crystal with AR, anti-reflective coating, solid stainless steel screw down crown, and I like to show it to you the decorated movement. It's really, really pretty. And we're telling you right now is intro price. Okay, so once the intro price is gone, it's just gonna be much, much more expensive. So if you see this watch, you see this video, and we're gonna debut in 2 days, and I highly urge you to purchase immediately. Buy first and think later. You're gonna love this watch. The quality is amazing. Screw down crown, so professional dive grade, 200 meters. The thickness for the 48 millimeter is slightly thicker than the 43. So the 43 is slightly less than 15 millimeter, and the 48 is at or slightly a little bit more than 15 millimeter in thickness, which is, I think, is a very, very cool watch. And the bracelet is also 5 millimeter for the 48, and the 43 is 4 millimeter. Solid deployant clasp, so you will love this, and all full lume. Okay, it's crazy bright. Okay, so if you're gonna get the white, okay, the white ceramic, and I want to tell you this is slightly different than all the white ceramic bezel in the past, because of, if you see the lume color, okay, so we made it matching from the bezel to the hour index to the hands, okay, and also the dial is white lume, glows blue, okay, and these are all green lume, glows green. Okay, 48, 43, and I'll do a quick demonstration. And I'm telling you guys, I know you're gonna have a hard time to pick. What color should I pick? You know, if you can, get 2, because these are limited edition, only 50 pieces per color per size. So on the table is a total of 200 pieces for all 4 of them. Can you imagine what it would be when we showcase this watch by Thursday? You know, you go to our aragonwatch.com, it could be sold out in hours. I don't know. I'm just saying. All right, I'm gonna put on the white. It's really hard to choose. You know, white watch is always very attractive. Look at that. Can we get a close-up of the automatic tourbillon, if it is possible? If I can angle it right. Look at this. It's gorgeous. You know, another thing I want to share with you, this is my thought for a long, long time. I know we go out with crazy price, and a lot of guys are saying, how can Wing does and produce high quality watches, high quality movement at such an incredible price? And I'm telling you, maybe all the watches you've been buying, you're overpaying, right? Maybe you're just simply overpaying for all your watches. Come to Aragon. Aragon has been established for a very, very long time. I personally have been in the watch industry since 1991. I've been producing watches in our own facility for, is that 31 or 32 years? Maybe 30 years. You know, I can't count anymore. After 20 years, you know, I lost count. And many people say, how can Wing, you know, bring out like the ETA 2024, the Soprad, you know, M100, C125, the Seiko, the 9100. We're always like half or 50%, or even sometimes even more than most other people when they're selling the same, you know, the same component. How can we do it? Maybe you're just overpaying in the past, you know, and it doesn't mean low price, you know. And also another thing I want to say is, people have perception. I pay more, it must be better watch. I pay more for something, it must be better. I think in my case, I do not believe it. I know my watches. I know how I put my watches together. I know the quality that I use, okay? So I think I cover up almost everything. I I think it's just a simple, very clean, you know, fully focusing on tourbillon, 2 hands, automatic, you know, and you can see the full loom crown. You know, rotor winds both direction for winding. And I also mentioned it's approximately 40 hours of power reserve. Guys, it is okay if your watch only runs 42 hours. It doesn't mean the movement is defective. We always just say there's always plus or minus. You know, it could run 46 hours. So, and then we fine tune we calibrate, fine tune every automatic tourbillon before we go out. Not a lot of companies do that, okay? Because it's a hideous work to fine tune a tourbillon movement. It's not easy at all. It might take hours just to tune each and individual automatic tourbillon, okay? So I cover it up. I think if this watch goes out in the intro price and you're not getting it, you're not buying it immediately, I get it, it's a lot of money, but with our intro price, you can do it. After a couple of weeks, the price goes up, and then you'll be like, oh damn, I wish I bought it when it was, you know, when it first come out, or I wish I bought it because it's already sold out, the white, the small, the 48, you know, the black dial, whatever. So, thank you very much. And our next video, I'm gonna announce it right now. I shouldn't introduce that one first because I saw someone post like, oh, all the big ticket items is coming out. And this will be my last watch for 2021. I tell you, the next watch will be ARAGON Enforcer automatic chronograph with the Seiko NE88. And one more big news for you, it's also limited edition, and that will be our last NE88 for our 2021 year. So you might have to wait until 2022 or 2023 if you don't get it immediately. Okay, thanks again. I will see you in our next ARAGON watch review.